Hey guys, this is Kansas from Kansas Fits Photography and Design. I had posted this picture yesterday and a few of you guys emailed me about the sky overlay. So I was going to kind of show you in this one. So here is my mama. What I'm probably going to do is go ahead and work on the current sky that I have because I know I'm going to keep this sky for the most part because I like all the purples with her dress. So I'm going to select it and then feather it, and I'm going to run Bright Colorful Skies from the new Sunkissed collection. I know a lot of you guys have picked that up, and I'm probably going to reduce the opacity for right now. I might bring it back up, and I'll probably take a big soft black brush and take a little bit off of the bottom just so it's not quite so drastic, although it was a really pretty sunset. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, where's it at? Let's see, oh here it is. I'm going to grab Real Orange Gradient Sun from the Gradient Skies collection. And I think what I'm going to go, I'll wait to blur it until I get it on my image. So I'm going to just drag it over. So this is a little bit different than I usually do. And I am going to reduce the opacity and kind of place it. I'm going to need to make this a little bit smaller because we don't want it to be too much. And then I'm going to show you guys a little trick. I'm going to put a layer mask on there and I'm going to grab a black brush and I'm going to do it at 100% opacity, and I'm going to show you guys a little easy way to do this. So basically what I'm trying to do here, and you'll see this in a second. Now I'm going to hit the mask, I'm going to hit Command Invert, and so what I had on there, I basically just inverted my selection. So I'll probably bring that down just a little bit. And here's the other thing I'm going to do. I'm going to brush some more of this back on, but at a really low opacity. So I'm going to grab my brush at like 10. Let me go up to 30 and then see how I like that. So I'm going to use a little bit of this color in here. Probably not up there. That's probably too much. I would like some over here too, so I'll probably just end up painting that on. Let's see, let me put this at, I don't know that I'll put that at 100% opacity. What I'm also going to do is click on the actual sky and I'm going to go and blur it because it definitely needs to be blurred. And you can kind of see what it just did. And I probably should have blurred it on this one as well. That's a little too prominent. But you live and you learn, right? So I think that's good on that one. And since I'm pretty happy with this, I think I'm just going to flatten this because the next thing I'm going to do is sample from right here and take a soft brush and brush some of that color from the sky on there as well. So we're just kind of blending the two there. And then I'm going to take this other sun out. Since I didn't do this at 100%, and the reflection, since I didn't do that at 100%, obviously it just left some of the sun in there. And what I probably should have done before I painted this on was I should have done it under the sky layer, but it's too late for that now, so we're just going to do it like this. Let me grab a brush at 10% and kind of go over this whole area with that color. And maybe a little bit right here. So there we go, that's how I would do that one. And then I would probably do a rise and shine right here. Runs a little bit slower whenever I'm recording. And I don't know what let me see what I used on this one. I did a little bit of raspberry. Oh, I did something with the water. Also did raspberry and tangerine a little bit because it was a close-up. But I think for this one I want to add a little bit more contrast. So I'm going to do that spring depth, which I really like. There we go. And then there's that. There's that. I might move this over just a little bit. There we go. And possibly, I'll probably leave this water alone over here. What I might do is reduce the opacity of this. I've got this on 10. I may even have to bring it down a little bit further. I might put some back here. So let's see what that did. Just a little bit of light, just a little bit of color. And then what I sometimes do with the water, this is kind of a preparation, but this water is light enough, is I run this one that will brighten the water. And I think I want it sharpened, so I'm going to hit Alt and drag that mask down, and it just copies the layer mask for me. You're not going to see a huge difference there because it's really just a sharpening action. So I think I'm pretty much done with this for here. The only thing I would do to finish this off would probably be to do Sharpen Noise. I really like that one. And I could do, on the other one I did, oops. I did the raspberry vignette, so I could do that one at a low opacity just to kind of make sure they all match up. And I could do this one at a low opacity. What do you think? I like that. I would probably just bring them down a little bit. It's not my completely normal style to do something like that. And then on the last one, what I did was do the blur vignette. So it's going to blur all around here for me. And I can change that as much or as least as I like. It helps with the banding whenever you're doing a lot of things to the sky. You sometimes get some banding because you're adding so much color and so much sharpening in. I need to put that on. I want to make sure that we get this off of her for the most part. And that's what the blur vignette is supposed to do, is kind of keep it off of the center, but you just always want to make sure because you don't want to soften her at all. So I really like this. I'm going to sharpen this, and I would probably go in right here. There's a little something on the ground. But other than that, I really like it. One of the other things you can do if you're on a lake or a bay, or even here where we have white sand, I can still brighten up the sand, and I can do it with this glisten and brighten action if I want to. It's not a huge deal. It's just something I like, making sure everything is just very crisp and bright. So there's that. I think it looks great. So let me save this before I do anything to it. And I'll show you where we started. There it is before, and there it is after. And I also did a little bit of liquefying to her because she was a little self-conscious. So you can see that in here. And I removed these people as well. So there we go. I thought I would show you guys that little transformation. And I will put this in the Sky group, and I'll probably put it in the Action group as well, and possibly on my YouTube channel, which is /Kansas Pits. And if you missed the live demo that I did, was it last night or the night before? You can look that up on my YouTube channel too. I did a 45-minute live demo of the Sunkissed collection. So there we go. Thanks, guys.